tonight, ain't Bill and you.
It's now time for the Glenn Lary Show on UFOTalkRadio.com.
We are live. Hello, everybody out there on Facebook and everybody out there in the radio world on our side. It's good to see everybody out there. As I say, good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to everybody. From deep in the desert of Nevada, I am Glenn Lary, and welcome to the show. It's going to be fun tonight. Open lines, of course, we'll be starting that very soon. A lot of things happening. Want to thank KBHR, Siskonaska, and also KPFF up in Pahrump. Great little station up there. If you folks are listening, I don't know. But all the little broadcasters all over the world, micro broadcasters, we have a lot of them, by the way. Internet radio stations, thank you for so much for taking us into your family. And also ham operators. Become a ham operator. Yes. hamoperator.org. Check that out. My email address is glennlary51@gmail.com. Now you may go to GLENNLARY51@gmail.com. Yes. Well, I hope your week has been good. Mine has been very, very busy. And I don't have Steve for a while. He is doing some other things and productions and stuff, so he is off tonight. And I'll be taking calls, of course. Not screening the calls, by the way, but I want you to be great stories. I want to hear some good stuff. No foul language, please. We'll just zap you out right away. But I see over here on the Facebook page, Robert, good to see you. Miss Jones, Kelly, nice to see you. Oh, great. You know, they moved all the way from Idaho to Missouri. Joe, my good buddy. And we have Doug out there. You're coming up a lot on the screen. All of a sudden, it's just filling up. And thank you so very much. Don't forget to share us, by the way. Share this show. Just push the share button and all your friends. A lot of good stuff. Yeah. Let me go do some commercials real fast. I'll be back right after this.
Join the fun at the first Terrible's Beer and Wine Fest on Saturday, October 12th at Terrible's Hotel and Casino in Jean. Sample over 70 different types of craft ales, lagers, stouts, and IPAs, including specialty craft Oktoberfest brews, specialty wines, and more. Tickets are just $20 at eventbrite.com. A share of the proceeds will go to Help of Southern Nevada. You can win beer, Red Bull, and car washes for a year. Get your tickets today at eventbrite.com for Terrible's Beer and Wine Fest at Terrible's Hotel and Casino in Jean on October 12th.
Violence, theft, drugs, graffiti. It's all part of joining a gang. In times like these, we need to protect our children and our community from gangs. Gangs often prey on unsupervised teens with low self-esteem, who perform poorly in school, who seek a sense of belonging, or are simply bored. Joining a gang often involves violent hazing rituals. Once in a gang, members can become alienated from their families, school, and friends. Drugs, guns, and malicious activity are common elements in gangs. Trying to leave a gang can be a difficult and dangerous process. The best way to get out of a gang is never to join one. Protect kids from being recruited by a gang. Know who they're hanging out with. Involve kids in after-school activities and provide positive role models. Help reduce gang activities in your community by working with local law enforcement and school systems. Don't let a kid you know get involved with gangs. Visit ncpc.org to learn more or contact your local law enforcement agency.
A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
Oh, I am back. Oh, yes. Good stuff, interesting stuff going on all over the world. Of course, we don't talk about politics, but so much stuff out there. My gosh. Can we not behave ourselves? Tell you for sure. A team of alien hunters, which these guys go out and hunt down aliens. I'm talking space aliens, by the way, have found some UFO material, as in metal. They've turned it into certain scientists that look at these metals and stuff and look at see how it's made. And apparently, there's nothing like it on Earth, nothing like it anywhere that they know of. And the Air Force has asked them to give it up. I mean, give up the rest of it. And where did they find it? And they are not talking. They don't want to give it up because they're afraid if they do, that's that. So I don't know where you're going to hide it. Don't send it to me. I know a friend of mine was in radio. He had some stuff sent to him, and my God, he didn't know what to do with it. But I don't want it here. But apparently, it gives off a frequency, a low frequency, and quite interesting. So the scientist actually had turned it into the Air Force. I would think that would be a private situation, but apparently, you know, don't tell. I don't know. Also, the U.S. Air Force, Forestry Service, is releasing all their pictures that have been turned in throughout the United States of UFOs and reports of campers, folks that have been up there camping and seeing, taking pictures, and that have turned it into the U.S. Forestry Department. And also those that have worked for them have also taken pictures, and they are quite interesting. Now you can go to the site, I believe it's U.S. Forestry Services, and they has an article about it, and I think they're quite proud that they can do this, and that's what's kind of cool. Everyone's coming out with pictures. Everyone's coming out with, hey, look what I've got. Now, before it would be in the drawer, show it to your neighbor or whatever, but they were quiet about it. Well, UFOs are everywhere. They're popping up all over the United States and all over the world. And don't be ashamed to turn it in, take your pictures. I mean, it's evidence. It's all there. And I'm wondering, why are they showing up so much lately? Another story, a lady from Spokane, Washington, bought a house for her husband and 2 children, and she actually is the breadwinner of the family, I guess, apparently. And she bought this house, cute little house, although the house was haunted. And the strangest thing that I heard, this is given to me, she woke up hearing a child singing. Now her kids are a little older, 14 and 17 apparently, and a little child singing, and it happened for several months, and she says, well, whatever that is, it's maybe a friendly water ghost, until she opened her eyes and a child was standing right over her. I'm talking a little girl with no eyes that were black. Oh my God, it gives me the creeps. Oh, got the flannel shirt on, by the way. We have had some weather changes, which is fantastic, which is great. I love the weather now we're having. Looking up on the radio side on K-Ghost FM 101.3, and also K-Ghost Radio, UFO Talk Radio live. We've had about 27 folks up there. A lot of United States, Canada. Okay, we're going over here. And back on the Facebook page, hello, Mark, Matthew, Robert again, and Keith. Nice to see you out there. Doug, nice to see you too. Newman, it's nice to see you also. We have New York, Pennsylvania, come up. Montana, good to see you up there. I love Butte, Montana up there. Washington, Olympia, there you go. I got you there again. Thank you. Lacey, Washington, Spokane, big 2 or 3 in Spokane. Going over here on this other station, we have, looks like the Philippines, and we have Canada, Philippines, Canada, and it looks like we have Tokyo, Japan again. I wonder who's over there listening. What time zone is it? I did buy some clocks, by the way, for the station, and I just haven't put them up yet. All the different zones. It's kind of cool to look at when we're broadcasting, what time it is over there, what have you. Crazy stuff. Want to thank Tina. Tina's hair extension, color extension, does great work. Her number is 702-591-0033. You're in Vegas, need your hair done, see Tina. I'm serious. And then once again to Fran out there, Carpets Tiles USA, thank you kindly for our carpets in the studio. Donations always help in radio, you know. His number is 702-265-4419, and that's Carpet Tiles USA. And that's for Fran. I got that out. To my friend up there that owns a limousine company in Olympia, Washington. Does a great job. I used to work for him years ago. Back when we were cops together, back in our day. Is Tyler Limousine in Olympia. You might give them a call. 360-888-2315 if you're at the airport or wherever. They do a great job. Been in business for years. They know the business. Trust me. People open up their limousine business, think they're going to really hit it hard. No, a lot of them failed, a lot of closed doors, but these people have been around for a long, long time. Okay, back over here. Yes, I do see Marcy out there and Yvonne. Oh, thanks. Good to see you, sweetheart. Rainier, Washington. Gosh, I love Washington State. Nice and green. Also, the desert has good stuff too, I must say. Well, we're going to have open lines. I'm going to put this number out to everybody. And if you want to call and talk about UFOs, ghosts, or anything you like to talk about, but make it good. Make good stories that make them fast. I love them. Gosh.
To call UFO Talk Radio, the Glenn Lary Show, deep in the dark desert of Nevada, call 702-874-1114. North of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. West of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And south of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And east of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. First-time callers, call 702-874-1114. And if you just want to talk to the Glenn Lary Show, call 702-874-1114. Now, to have some fun, right along with us, broadcasting live deep from the desert of Nevada. Welcome to the Glenn Lary Show.
And I'm back. Oh, yes. Ghosts, UFOs, you name it. God, I love it all. I hope you do too. I mean, what's happened to you back in your past, lately? That really freaked me out about that lady talking about her haunted house in Spokane. I'm going to tell you some more about it, which is kind of crazy. She would hear footsteps also going on, and she would hear all sorts of things. But the child over her bed, well, we have a caller. Let's see who it may be. Hello, caller. This is Glenn Lary, and who am I speaking to, and where are you from?
This is AJ. I'm from all over the place.
Well, AJ, that's cool, man. Well, what you got for me tonight for a story?
Well, first time caller, but you mentioned a haunted house, and I actually grew up in one of those. I've been a haunted man my whole life.
Wow.
But I'd like to share one of them with you that convinced me of that fact. See,
I'd love to hear it. Go ahead, bro.
That was a long time convincing me. I was a father of two at the time, driving truck for a living.
Well,
And I got an early start one Sunday evening. I head on out. I'm heading from Utah over to California. Well, I stopped there outside of Reno to pull in and check some straps. And I go pulling into this truck parking area. All of a sudden, the front end of that truck just went boof. Big old noise. Just dropped the front end of that thing down. I thought it was falling in a pit or something. Then the thing just didn't come back up. I'm hitting the brakes and still rolling forward.
wow.
And went a full truck length before I get the thing to stop.
Uh-huh.
And I get out to see what the heck's going on, and there's a big old hole, square hole, like a hole punch from a craft store. Punched it out of that tire.
Out of the tire, which in the back side or the?
On the steer tire, right in the center of the steer tire.
Oh my gosh! These are big
Just
tires, folks.
Oh yeah, these big tires are 4 feet high, standing next to them, and thick, really thick. I go walking back. I'm looking, trying to find out what the heck happened, and I'm looking around for that guy that I thought I seen when I pulled up there. He looked familiar, but I can't see anybody walking around now. Nobody helped me out. Everybody else is asleep.
Wow.
And I get looking back at my tire tracks, and I got dualies, all except for the front end, and they leave a little mound of sand up in between them. Peeking out of that little mound of sand, clear back at the edge of the asphalt, there's a signpost foundation that somebody dumped sand over instead of pulling the thing out of the ground. And the sand had moved out of the way when my tire hit it. And there's still that chunk of rubber and steel belting right down in that thing.
Okay.
And here's the thing. It went between all the other tires on that side of the truck. 1 inch either way, I'd have lost 4 more tires. 1 inch either direction. That was bad enough. But at the time, Reno service guys that come out and fix this type of thing
Mm-hmm.
had a problem.
Mm-hmm.
There had been a bunch of calls from the police not to take anything on credit, not to take any cash, too much fraud going on.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody I call says they can't come out till morning and it has to be on a company account. Well, long story short, I end up 10 hours behind because of that. And hard as I might, I worked all week trying to make my drops, 4 runs back and forth from California to Utah.
Oh, wow.
End of the week, I am barely able to roll in 5 minutes to closing time at my last pick
Mm-hmm.
of a load of pallets that I'm going to take back to the yard so I can get home with my kids. Well, these guys have half dozen guys all on forklifts load me up. They got me out of the door 10 minutes after. And I'm outside the gate, and it's kind of windy up there in Salt Lake that day. And I'm having to climb up over the top of these 14-foot high stacks of pallets.
Okay.
To hold on to these straps that I'm using to tie them down with. Because the wind, it's chaotic. I throw it one way, it blows the other way.
Okay.
That thing funked me half the night. It was midnight time I got that all tied down. 6 hours tied on that load.
All right.
Well, I get going down the road, and of course, it's been a bad week. It has been a bad week. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and every time I thought I was going to get caught up, it just wasn't happening. I get rolling down through Provo area there in Orem, and I'm listening to the radio, trying to find a sports radio station.
Mm.
And everybody's still talking about the weather from earlier that day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still, just trying to quiet my own head, because here I made up time, made up 6 hours, and I lost it just tying the thing down. 10 hours all week long.
Yeah.
And as I'm rolling through here, they say microburst winds hit this section of road ahead of me.
Uh-huh.
And I can see the damage from it. There's apartment buildings there that used to have trees that were taller than the building, but they ain't taller than the building anymore. There's trees that are laying down, there's signs ripped off, there's flipped over trucks still in the berms, and
Like a
off on the
disaster
street.
happened.
It was a disaster. It was absolutely a disaster area.
Yeah.
And they're still trying to clean it up. Had tow trucks out there, been working all day. And they says, I'm looking at the clock, like 12:45 at night. And they say at 2:45, those microburst winds ripped through there so fast.
Wow.
Nobody's seen it coming.
Huh.
And I'm right there 10 hours after. That's where the ghost story comes in, because clear as day, I hear my grandfather's voice. I will never forget the words he said to me.
What did he say?
He said, boy, it's been a bad week, but you're alive.
As he made all this happen so you would not be in this situation of the town.
Well, there's that, but there's also the fact that the day he passed away, he was telling my aunt, was sitting there holding his hand, who thought he was delusional, talking to 2 little girls sitting in the corner of the room, and 2 men standing by his bed saying they had work for him to do.
Wow.
And she described those 2 little girls to me when I called her up to tell her I had my first child. 4 hours after he died, my daughter was born.
Wow.
Premature. Not a doctor in the world thought he passed away that night.
Huh. Gosh.
And the 2 girls he described, I have a picture. Matches exactly what she told me he said. Those are my 2 little girls.
You know, it's been said that the folks that are ready to pass on into the other side of the world of unknown, that they have intuition and they can see the future and give great advice. And it's as what you take it as to be when it happens. But I do believe in that. My gosh, what this very special story. Thank you, caller. I do appreciate it. And we're going to be taking some more calls. All right. Thank you, kind sir. And be safe on the road, please. Gosh, that's something. Go to commercial. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Join the fun at the first Terrible's Beer and Wine Fest on Saturday, October 12th at Terrible's Hotel and Casino in Jean. Sample over 70 different types of craft ales, lagers, stouts, and IPAs, including specialty craft Oktoberfest brews, specialty wines, and more. Tickets are just $20 at eventbrite.com. A share of the proceeds will go to Help of Southern Nevada. You can win beer, Red Bull, and car washes for a year. Get your tickets today at eventbrite.com for Terrible's Beer and Wine Fest at Terrible's Hotel and Casino in Jean on October 12th.
Callers, call in. This is the night for you to call. I am Glenn Lary, and this is the Glenn Lary Show. How cool is it? Yeah, that freaked me out a little bit about that gal talking about the child. This gentleman that just called led up to the story a little long, which is fine. I mean, that happens. Our loved ones that are ready to pass on, or whoever, or those that you may know, give you advice, and when you get that advice, I would take it, and I would take it hard, heated heart. Yes.
To call UFO Talk Radio, the Glenn Lary Show, deep in the dark desert of Nevada, call 702-874-1114. North of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. West of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And south of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And east of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. First-time callers, call 702-874-1114. And if you just want to talk to the Glenn Lary Show, call 702-874-1114. It's now time for the Glenn Lary Show on UFOTalkRadio.com.
And we are live. That's right, we're live. Taking callers again. Want to hear some good stories. Every night we hear some good stuff. And we have folks that call up with some regulars, which are fantastic. Love to hear from them too. I see over here, we see Brian. Hello. Ricky, thank you so very much. And I wave back to you guys. I guess he's down there playing at the casino. I see John. Thank you, John. Joseph, good to see you. Roger, nice to see you out there. Yep, our lines are buzzing over there. Yes, thank you kindly. And if I get a chance to get to Montana, I will. Again, love folks. On the radio side, we have Korea, looks like, and a lot of Canada. Oh my gosh, thank you. They love this stuff. And Canada has a lot of sightings up there. It seems that, in the woods, wooded areas, they get a lot of UFOs, and I guess they probably land and they hide. I don't know, but Air Force has really come out with some new stuff too, along with the Navy. They're reporting more and more and more. Navy's seen a lot of stuff in the ocean, coming out of the ocean. Isn't that interesting? I understand that we're looking at the moon again to put a facility on the moon. I've seen pictures of, alien buildings on the moon. Is it true or is it not true? I get them like you do too. I get them on the internet, and I get pictures sent to me, by the way. If you have some copies of good UFO pictures, I'd love to have you send them to me, and it's glennlary51@gmail.com. That's GLENNLARY 51 @gmail.com. I was up late last night, and I've heard from some folks from junior high mention that. Facebook is, I tell you, it's very interesting because people get a hold of you, and they, oh, I haven't heard from that person for a long time. His name was Ben. Great guy. Everybody liked Ben in high school. Yeah. Keep in touch with those folks. That's what this thing's all about. And of course, the chance to do radio has been a lot of fun. And you see me in the studios and stuff instead of just not on the air. By the way, kghostradio.com, ufotalkradio.com, area51talkradio.com, by the way, olympiaradio.com, that's Olympia, Washington, of course. Now we have the glenlary.com and goodspringsradio.com and several other ones out there. Our other programming is the Wolf Baby. If you liked Wolfman Jack, it's kind of like that, I guess, but it's called the Wolf Baby. But you're going to hear a lot of 50s and 60s stuff, which is a lot of fun, too. Facebook is really hitting up a lot. Don't forget to share us, please. Appreciate that. The more we get, the better it's going to be for everyone to hear the show. I'm back again. So, your first sighting of a UFO. Okay. Carol out of Washington State says her first sighting was she was 12 years old. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Well, mine was about when I was 14. I think I probably told you folks about it. I woke my sister up, and she looked out the window. She saw what I saw, although she didn't report to anybody. She just kept her mouth shut and let her little brother go around saying, I saw a UFO. In those days, they probably thought, well, I probably think I'm still crazy, but it was interesting. It was a saucer type. You know, kids sometimes when they wake up, they think they see things, but I was wide awake. I heard the sound, and it was an odd sound. It was a mechanical buzz type of sound, and I haven't heard it for a long time. So if I do hear it again, I'm looking to the skies. And about that, over in where we're at here in the desert, deep in the desert, we have seen UFOs. And in fact, in the desert, I was camping out at a truck and had my dog at the time. And I just wanted to get out of the way, and so I parked way out in the desert out here. No one around, quiet, stars as big as, oh my gosh, you could almost pick them out of the sky. It's beautiful. And I saw another craft. And I also saw some dark vehicles on the desert floor, more or less, way out there. I took my binocs out and looked at them, and they were government vehicles. And they were traveling at a high rate of speed. With the headlights were like blacked out in a way, but they had them like where you couldn't really see the headlights because of the way the design of the lenses were, or to cover the lenses. And they just went down into the desert and disappeared. Now, I truly think there is maybe a base out there, because this craft hovered around that area where these vehicles disappeared. Do you have a story like that? I'd love to hear it. And so would the folks out here would love to hear it. Give us a call. I'll give you the number once again. Taking callers live. Yes.
To call UFO Talk Radio, the Glenn Lary Show, deep in the dark desert of Nevada, call 702-874-1114. North of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. West of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And south of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And east of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. First-time callers, call 702-874-1114. And if you just want to talk to the Glenn Lary Show, call 702-874-1114.
Yes, I'll take those. I have in the background here, as you can see, I have a radio here, and it is a internet radio, and it.
Rockies, call 702-874-1114.
It's a bit of a delay, but this is an internet radio. No longer do you have to go to your computer and tie your computer up. You can get a radio like this for the C. Crane company. they do a very good job. And I think this was like 150 or maybe 135, something like that. But it really does work, and you can get other, I would say, internet channels on this thing. I mean, incredible internet channels of folks like this show here. So pick yourself up one. You'll be fascinated with the stuff you get from all the world, people that have podcasts or whatever, live radio, what have you. And I think you'll be happy with that. I've got radios that you wouldn't believe. You remember the transistor radios? I have a bunch of those, and if you don't want yours, I'll take it, by the way. I have a little museum out there in front of my house. Of course, it's a little radio station. It's K-Ghost Radio, FM 101.3, AM 1610, Part 15 radio. And we do broadcast out there. It's for the town of Good Springs. And it's a community radio station. And it's for the community. And it just is in the community. But it's K-Ghost Radio. And it's, as you drive by, it's a very Americana. And you go, wow, there is a little radio station. How much fun is that? Again, looking up here at Facebook again, I see lots of folks there. Good. John Bryan again. I see Kelly. Up there. Okay, well, a lot of Washington folks. I say hello to Ricky out there too. Yeah, thank you kindly. Numbers are going up again. Thanks again up there, Canada. So when you see your UFO, do you document it? I would document it. I would write down the time, get a photograph. If you have a witness, that is great to have that also. When you have those witnesses, make sure that they write down what they saw, put together, sent to UFON and Jan, which actually started it, and it's 50 years old as of today. And they just had their a convention, I believe, just recently, and MUFON, yeah, they are incredible. These guy starts it himself, gets all these. They get almost 1,000 hits a day of sightings. 30%, it's not. It's normally a star or something like that. Although they've got some whacked out calls and things that they have reported, even from pilots that have seen these crafts right next to their aircraft. Are buzzing them, what have you. There's a Delta flight that just recently had it happen to them. Passengers saw it also. So what are they? They're not ours. Why would we be doing that to aircraft? Yeah. The Area 51 was a flop, and I understand that. Not many people showed up. They say 2,000, 250. Well, I would go with 1,500. Yeah. Although there's quite a big bill that has been racked up for this whole thing. And I know district attorneys and other folks are wondering who is going to pay for that. Well, it'll come out of taxpayers' money, and that is probably a very poor county up there. Rachel, Nevada. It, although I'd love to see something like this if they prepare better with facilities, that infrastructure would not be threatened and what have you. But if they had, like they said, apparently a nice bandstand and generators, and they had some business, if they prepare better and actually plan it out better. I've just been trying to say, what do you do with these people? They were just threatened with all these thousands and thousands of people showing up, and they get not even that. The gentleman that apparently had, of course, made this whole joke up on Facebook. Where is he, and what's he doing? Yeah, he had a party by himself, I guess, down there in Vegas. That wasn't that big of a deal either. Okay, I see Oregon again. A lot of Oregon. What's up in Oregon? There's been sightings up there. Just recently reported on MUFON. Our last sighting in big one, I guess, it's been reported to the MUFON up there that was in about 2 years ago. It was a huge V-looking vehicle, and which is being seen all over the world. A triangle vehicle. I don't know the the operational motors or whatever it's driven by, uh, but they're quiet, and they no one just looks up and there's this triangle. I mean, what the, what do they want? Um, they've been here for many years. We're finding out now that in Egypt, they're digging stuff up and they're finding things that date way back, and they're like tools. They're like metal that we've never seen before, and things that have been made out of metal, which these guys couldn't have done it. I mean, so it comes from somewhere else, and they're finding more and more and more, finding huge giants, by the way, skeletons. Giants have been on the earth. It says that in the Bible, of course. But huge, huge giants. I mean, bigger than my house as a person. Oh, that's pretty scary. For sure. We'll run this number one more time, see what we get here. Thank you.
To call UFO Talk Radio, the Glenn Lary Show, deep in the dark desert of Nevada, call 702-874-1114. North of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. West of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And south of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And east of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. First-time callers, call 702-874-1114. And if you just want to talk to the Glenn Lary Show, call 702-874-1114.
Chris Ears. Fantastic.
I got the windows rolled down, got the radio up, and I'm heading out of Vegas tonight. And it's 1:30 on a 4-day run, and the desert is a welcome sight.
And that it is. There's a lot of beauty in the desert. I must say. When it blossoms after, well, this winter's coming, of course. We're hitting winter. You guys have snow some places all over the United States. And we get a little bit of snow, about that much. And it goes away. I hate slush. Yeah, hard to drive in. But when it blossoms, the flowers in the desert are very beautiful. And it has its own type of beauty too, as I would say. But let's talk about children with no eyes. This lady in Spokane, and I've heard of these children that will come up knocking on your car window, and you'll look there and they'll have hoods on, and sir, would you help us, or could you give us a ride, or whatever. And then you notice the kid's eyes are black. I mean, that's pretty freaky. And it's been reported. And these kids are normally late at night when this happens. A guy was dropping off a deposit at his bank, I guess, at a business. And he saw these kids, and they're small children. Normally, he said it was a girl, and 2 girls, by the way, and had hoods on, and they approached his vehicle, and he says, no, I don't, he knew not to let them in the car, even though they're children. I mean, 8, 9, 10 years old, and he knew there was something wrong, and they started to get a little more, you need to let us get in your car. How about the lady just recently that had someone knock at the door and asked to use the phone because their phone didn't work, and these were children, again, with these black eyes. Who are they? What are they? I don't think they're regular children. No, I don't. So beware of children with black eyes. I mean, everything's black. It's no white at all. Pretty freaky. Those are happening a lot lately. gentleman had reported seeing an alien in his backyard. I understand. I'm going with it. Okay. But it looked like a bug, which had looked like a, I don't know, those large bugs, and it had its arms, had on the arms had hands like this. I mean, but he had hands coming out this way, and he said that it walked by his barn, where he lived apparently, and it turned and looked at him, and he said that the eyes were black eyes, but they're like the alien that you would see in the movies, and it stared at him, and he lost time, and he doesn't know what happened, but he was standing by the door apparently, looking towards the barn, and this was at nighttime now, and he woke up standing there, and it was daylight. I mean, that's pretty crazy stuff. Yeah, but they're coming in. I get a lot of this email stuff from people and stories. They don't want to call, but I'd love to hear your calls and hear your story, or what's going on with you in the world of phenomena, are ghosts, UFOs. This show loves this, and you folks out there do also, as I see. Roger Bennett, how's he doing out there? He's a gentleman. He's very, very good at detecting apparently UFOs and what have you. U.S. Air Force is looking into a gentleman that apparently has a house in Spokane that runs on his own energy. I'm talking his own energy. Apparently, when aircraft go over his house, their electronics or what have you kind of go zip, zip, then they have problems and it's back, but very fast. Like that's how he was found out. And they knocked on his door and asked him, "What are you doing, sir? What are you using? Are you a ham operator? Are you a radio operator? What? You know?" He says, "I run my own electricity in my house." Well, inside apparently in his attic, he had like Tesla. I'm serious. It was wires going all the way around, copper wire, and some type of device, apparently, not using solar, with magnets, and he was generating his own power out of the air. Total legally, it's all legal. It was out of the air, which there's frequencies and there's electronics, there's electricity in the air that we don't see. And he's running his household. And it's clean energy, by the way. So, yeah. So they shut him down. I can understand that with the avionics and that, all the stuff like that. But you just can't have your own thing going, folks. They'll just shut you down. I want to run the station out there with solar. We're going to work on that. I think we can do that. It's all a solar powered station. Why not? 10 by 20 building, legal. We have everything there in there. We are part 15. Like I say, this little transmitter is only just for, and it's approved by the FCC, and it's just for Good Springs. It's not even a watt, but it covers the town. Reflection, you know, how it happens with the antenna. But have you always liked radio? I've loved it all my life. I hung around a station called KGY, in Olympia, Washington. Knew the family, went to school with the kids, and going back, the gentleman Tom Olson that started the station was a brilliant man, and he was in the news back in the day. But this station originally was started through St. Martin's College, I think is how it first happened. But go to their page, and their history page, and old radio stations all over the United States have cool stories and different jocks back in the day you would listen to from the 50s, the 40s, on up to the 70s, 80s, and well, here we are now with radio personalities. But remember the old jocks back in the day that used to listen to that music, and like mine was Bob O'Brien and Dick Poost and some other folks. There was the old day up there in Seattle, and but my gosh, it was fun to listen to your jocks in the morning or coming home from school, and like I said, everybody had a little transistor radio. Now, if you go to YouTube, it's under this site. His name is Robert John. Robert John, YouTube. He did a story about Keiko's radio, and I'd love to have you guys tune in for it because it really is kind of a fun thing about radio and how we got going here. And he did a very great job. He used to do Guns N' Roses pictures and photos and on tour with them for years. And yeah, Robert John, nice guy. And if you have a video, project, you might want to get a hold of him because he really does, like I say, great job. Well, I'm going to run this number one more time, and I hope we get some more callers. Again, thank you kindly.
To call UFO Talk Radio, the Glenn Lary Show, deep in the dark desert of Nevada, call 702-874-1114. North of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. West of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And south of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And east of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. First-time callers, call 702-874-1114. And if you just want to talk to the Glenn Lary Show, call 702-874-1114.
We are back, and we got some callers calling in. All right, let's see who this may be. I love it. Oh, yes. Hello, caller. This is the Glenn Lary Show, and your name and where are you from?
Hi, Glenn. This is Barbara. How are you?
Well, Barbara, how have you been? I have not heard from you for a while. How have you
been? We have been away. We've had some tragedy in the family. We had a funeral to go in Santa Barbara area, and yeah, we had some family members, and we had to take care of them. And this is a big mess, and they have a.
Let me play your music for you. This is your music you like to hear.
Oh, I've missed the show. I'm back in in the Summerlin area. Hello?
You're on.
Hi, this is Barbara Butner calling from Summerlin, Nevada. And I'm back, ladies and gentlemen.
And it's good to have you back, Barbara. Oh, gosh.
Oh, my goodness. It's been so depressing. And that music just gets me going. I love it.
Great. All right. So you had tragedy. I'm sorry. Oh, about that.
Well, it's a family matter, and you know what they say, and you see all these family members only at funerals and weddings, and this was a funeral, and it was my uncle. Uncle Stanley. He was he was a good man. He lived in the Santa Barbara area, and my boys say, they used to go over to his house for the summertime and spend some time. He was into filmmaking, yes, he was a film buff. They call it film buff.
Oh, okay, I've heard that term. Yeah.
Yes, and and Devin, especially Devin was, this was about 10 years ago, and Devin was about 8 or 9. Oh, maybe about 7, I'm sorry. And he used to go over there and film Devin in his basement. And they had a good time. That's what Devin said. He'd spend the summers down there.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but Stanley passed away, and he had a trust, and this trust and wills and this type of thing, and it's just exhausting,
Oh, I bet it is. I know. I've been.
But I miss the show, and I miss the UFO. I haven't got with the girls and with our talks, and there's I wanted to call. I just caught the tail end of your show tonight. We've just been so busy, and I just want to get back to normal with our UFO talk and the ghost and all this fun stuff.
Well, we appreciate you calling, Barbara. I mean,
I
have people that ask for you.
Is that right? You know, we've been out of town in the Santa Barbara area. Had to take the kids out of school, and now we're back. And we just got back from dinner tonight, and I you know I told Steve I told Steve quiet that I need to call Glenn's show because I miss him so much. And you know we got back. We actually got back a couple of days ago.
Okay.
And there's so much work to be done around the house because we haven't been here, and the maid hasn't been here. We don't allow the maid to come in, the domestic. You know, we don't allow her to come in while we're not home. But she's back and getting the dust, you know, here to get this taken care of. And we had to celebrate Uncle Stanley. We had a pool party over at my house.
Oh, okay.
And we, you know, and you know, because the boys have been a little shooken up with the whole death and the funeral, and so we decided, let's have some fun, and the boys invited some friends over, and we had a nice pool party with a DJ and these types of things. It was fun. It was very fun.
Huh. Well, that's.
You know. So, you know, but I did want to bring up something on a personal note. We had some friends over, and the kids had some friends over, and there's a friend of theirs named Marie, and she's some ethnic, I think Honduras or Guatemalan. I'm not sure. Very beautiful olive skin. Anyway, she was over, and all the boys, the rest of the kids, that this is in their school. She goes, I think she's an exchange student. Anyway, she came over and they are all swimming, and I noticed she had underarm hair. She's a 15-year-old girl. Anyway, I bless her heart. Maybe she doesn't know that here in America, that young ladies they shave, you know. Hello, Glenn?
Go ahead.
Anyway, and I took her in our downstairs bathroom, and I helped her and showed her the American way of how we do things here in America. And we like to be nice and clean. Anyway, her mother was very upset with me for doing that, and I don't quite understand why she would be that upset.
Maybe that should have been her mother should have done that. Well, she's from another country, of course, but oh my gosh, that's.
Well, she had this, you know, black underarm hair, and I told her, well, I said, Maria, we're not in England or Europe where they have this hair. This is America, and you should learn the American ways. And I have her this beautiful citrus scented foam, and I helped her how to shave. And anyway, I got a call from her mother.
I bet you did.
Upset.
Yeah.
She was very upset with me for doing this. I don't. You know, and I don't. It was what? Oh, I'm Steve. Is it? Yeah, it was gross. Other is gross. No, Steve. Steve did not like it either. I don't. Quiet.
Gosh.
That's what?
Crazy.
Hello?
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
I don't know. Anyway,
well, I think it's the parents' job to teach you that. I mean, I understand. I mean, but you kind of went over you went over this line there a little bit, Barbara.
Oh, you think so too?
Well, callers, give me a call. Let's talk to Barbara. Tell her what you think. 1113 is open. 702-874-1113.
I was trying to show her the ways of America. You know, we live in America. This is the best country in the entire world.
Oh, I agree with you there.
And we live in Summerlin. Summerlin's a very nice community, a gated community we live up here. And I didn't want her to feel singled out, or I didn't want the other boys to point and look at her. This is Barbara Butner from Summerlin, Nevada, president of the PTA.
There it is, Barbara.
Yes.
Folks, those that are listening on the internet, whatever, give us a call, 702-874. 1113 and talk to Barbara. Tell her what she's done. I mean, I want to
I
hear.
don't think this is America.
I realize that, Barbara.
Glenn, I love this country. It's been very good. We've been very blessed. It's been very good to us.
Well,
we live in a beautiful home. Did I tell you?
But Barbie, you can't take a child and cut. I mean,
what?
That's I mean, I know it's a girl thing. Whatever, but I mean, maybe you should have told the.
I don't know.
parent.
I don't understand. I was trying to teach her the ways of America, and maybe in her country it's different. And I don't know. I was just trying to teach her that these are the things that boys and young men find attractive. That nobody wants to see this bush or this thing underneath the under. Yeah, I want to see a bush either. Quiet, Steve. You know, and Steve agrees with me. Steve was the first one who saw it. Well, Steve was the first one who saw it. He said, look at that. She has underarm hair.
Oh
and
my
she's
gosh.
15 or 16 years old. She's fully developed.
Right.
Beautiful olive skin.
Well, I have another caller.
Wonderful.
Let's see. Hang on.
Wonderful.
Hello, caller. Go ahead. You're with Barbara, and this is Glenn Lary. Who am I speaking with?
This is Bob.
Hi, Bob. What do you think about all this?
Hello, Bob.
Hey, Barbara, from wherever the hell you're at, if you'd have done that to my daughter, I'd come down there and bitch slap you. You don't touch another person's kid. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
How about that, Barbara?
Bob, how dare you? How dare you?
I got you. How dare you? I got a Colt 45 that says how dare you. I come down here and blow you and your old man away. You touch my kid.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Be quiet. We're having a conversation, Steve.
Yeah, I'll put my fist down that old fart throat.
Now, are you not American? Is that what it is? I'm proud
That's
to be
nothing
American.
to do with America.
You.
You're touching another person's child. You can't do that in this country, you dumbass.
You can't have this have you seen this underarm and the hairy underarms and what do you think you are in Paris or France? This is America. I don't know where.
Oh, you got something against people in Paris? Oh, you must be some kind of racist.
No, I just don't. I think it's dirty.
Well, you're dirty too.
Oh my gosh.
How dare you?
Sir, you have children, sir?
Yeah, I got kids. I got 2 kids. They're grown now. But if one of them come down there and says that somebody touched any of them, shaved their mustache or shaved their pussy or shaved anything, I come down there, I kill them.
Oh, I guess I would blame you.
Do you have a daughter? Bob, do you have a daughter?
Yeah, I got a couple of daughters, and I wouldn't let anybody touch them, especially you, bud.
Does she have underarm hair?
You must be out of your mind. I'm not talking nothing about my kids. They're my kids, not your kids. You don't touch nobody else's kids.
But you came over to my house. This young girl came over to my house. She had a large underarm, but I mean, I was trying to help her, Bob.
Well, Barbara, you can't do that.
Well, you're going to be helping her without any teeth in the future if you keep doing that.
Yeah.
Well, her mother was upset just like you. I don't understand. This is America. We have to keep nice and clean. This girl could be a model or something.
Well, if you're really the president of the PTA, you're not going to be the president much longer because I'm calling him after we get off the phone tomorrow morning. I'm calling the PTA, Barbara.
You can call anybody you want. I'm a prestigious president there, and I've been the president for 3 years in a row.
Oh gosh.
Well, you ain't going to be president much longer because you're just about done. You're touching other people's kids. That's against the law.
Wait a minute now. I just shaved her. That's all I did. I didn't hurt her or kill her or mangle her or anything like that. There's some terrible people in this world, and I'm just trying to groom her. American grooming.
Barbara, this is crazy. I don't ever do that again.
Well, I guess I won't. I mean, Bob's very upset.
Well,
her mother.
As a father, I'm with you, Bob. Yeah, I would be upset too.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh. Hey, Bob, thank you for calling, my friend.
Okay, Glenn,
Well,
you take care.
I will.
You're very rude, Bob. Have a good night, and You know, I hope your children are groomed.
Oh, Barbara, come on. Terrible. All right, thank you, Bob. Boy, he was very mad at you, Barbara.
He was. How dare he?
Yeah, well, Barbara, you can't be doing things like that. My gosh, it's someone else's child.
Well, it's only hair. I was just trying.
There's your song.
This is Barbara Putner calling from Summerlin, Nevada, president of the PTA.
All right, again, thank you so very much. You listen to the Glenn Lary Show, where anything can happen. Yeah, from UFOs goes to, well, from Barbara, you know.
It's great to be on the show again. This is Barbara Butner. God bless USA.
Okay.
Go USA. Go America. And no underarm hair. I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Barbara. Thank you so very much.
Have a good night.
Good night. Oh my gosh. Again, this is Glenn Lary. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next Tuesday night, everybody. And I'll tell you, it's the way it goes on the show. Again, we're from 8 to 9 on Facebook and also on the stations all over the world. And do call in, do share us with everybody so everybody can watch it. Fun stuff, crazy stuff. Only on the Glenn Lary Show. Again, thank you so very much for listening.